Hey guys, JMan37X will bring you another Cookie Clicker update video. It's pretty quick after the last one this time. Orteil's getting pretty quick about the content production these days. This is, as you can see, for version 2.019. First off, because I forgot to do this last update, so we're gonna make sure that we cover our bases here. We're going to take a look and make sure that there's no hidden upgrades or anything that I forget to talk about. So heavenly achievements, none of those. Regular upgrades, none of those. And I believe I double checked this beforehand, but I believe there's no new achievements either. The content he added this time is a little bit unconventional, but I honestly think this is one of the more substantial updates that he's added in a while. Some of it's a little controversial, but okay, I think we're all set with that. Yeah, okay. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it here. You'll notice also CPS is the same. He hasn't done any rebalancing of any of the buildings. These are all pretty much how I remember them. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the changelog here. So this is the this year update. Of course, a little bit clever because I'm sure people have been waiting for this kind of content for quite some time. So he's finally officially renamed the game to Cookie Clicker. It was a little bit confusing in some of the previous videos, but I think he's finally clarified that. So really, no more concerns there. So hopefully that'll help keep people completely clear about what the game is. You can now click the big cookie to generate cookies for free. This is pretty huge. I'm not going to show it because it's honestly a little bit overpowered right now. I kind of hope that he nerfs it in the future, because the fact that you can click the cookie to get cookies completely for free, I don't know. It's a nice feature, but it's a little bit too powerful. So yeah, hopefully he does some rebalancing for that in the future, because it's just too good to be able to just get cookies completely for free like that. Remove fall damage. This is my personal favorite change in the update. I really just feel it added unnecessary time investment to the exploration parts of the game. So the fact that there's no fall damage anymore, this is fantastic. I really think fall damage is kind of a relic of past games. So I'm really glad to see people moving forward without the need for having fall damage in their games. Fix some typos. Player's name is now correctly JMan37X. This is good. I heard some people were not called JMan37X before, so glad we're all on the same page with that. This was the intended player name, but for various reasons it was lost in some of the updates. But he has now officially corrected that, so that's what we got going on there. Removed all references to Hoodwinked. This is a little controversial. This is a beloved classic. So it's a little bit strange that you remove it. I have to assume it's because of some sort of copyright disputes over the copyright owners for Hoodwinked. A little sad to see the references go, but you know, sadly sometimes stuff like this just has to happen so that the game can stay alive. So a bit of a loss, but it's not the worst thing. They actually went back and invented cookies and computer mice to make sure that Cookie Clicker would exist. This is a really, quite frankly, revolutionary change. I actually came from a timeline where Cookie Clicker didn't exist, and it was it's very bleak in that timeline. So I'm pretty glad to finally exist in the correct timeline where Cookie Clicker actually exists. Trust me, you guys don't want to see what the other timelines look like. Anyway, the game is now fully compliant with Geneva conventions. This is good. You know, it's really nice to have these kinds of standards to keep clicking games in line. Make sure that, you know, he's not violating any sort of little nuances or anything. So as from what I've been aware, the game was pretty compliant since its inception. But yeah, this is good. It's really nice to see developers always being conscious of stuff like this. So this is a good change. Like I said, it's just nice to know that Orteil's looking out for keeping up with the standards. This is probably the most disappointing on the changelog here. The TI-84 version of Cookie Clicker is no longer being supported. From what I've read, the game will exist as is. The last version of the TI-84 version will still exist. He's not completely removing it, but it will no longer be updated to future updates past 2.019. So that's quite disappointing. It was, in my opinion, the definitive version of Cookie Clicker, but again, I guess sometimes these sacrifices have to be made. I guess he thought it was just too time intensive to keep producing on some slightly older hardware, arguably not the best market, but I know there's a very devoted TI-84 community behind this game, so it's sad to see it go, but we can only hope that he will update to he'll continue to update the TI Inspire version for years to come, because that version is the future, guys. If you haven't played on the Inspire, you're really missing out there. He's released more of a retro version of the game. It's a little bit dialed back as far as the content goes. We'll check this out in a second here. It's very interesting, actually. It's a bit of a more minimalistic take on the whole Cookie Clicker experience as we've come to know it. And then lastly, arguably most importantly, he updated the version number in the lower left corner here. You can see it now correctly reads 2.019. That's just nice. Before, you know, sometimes the version number got updated, but it was more of an accident. He just, by coincidence, happened to get the number right in the lower left. But this time, he intentionally made it correct, and we really appreciate you for that, Orteil. It's really nice to see you helping out, especially people like me who actually do these update videos. It's really nice to actually be able to read in the lower left corner exactly what the version is. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this low-res version of Cookie Clicker. So as you can see here, it's very boiled down. You got your imports and exports reset. You got a few little settings here. You click the cookie, pretty standard, at least as standard as far as 019, when he actually allows you to click the cookie click the big cookie to earn the cookie currency. So it's pretty nice. This is, I think, a nice way for people to get used to that new mechanic without risking your main save. With the big cookie clicking mechanic. You see, it's got your cursors, your grandmas. It's got a lot of the quintessential buildings here, but overall, it's very bare bones. It's a nice little time sink, but in general, you're probably better off sticking with the older version. The older version here, it's just a lot nicer looking. I'm not sure I like the style that Orteil's going in with the new version here. So I'm hoping that this isn't the version that he moves forward with. Maybe we'll see a port of this version to TI-84. Hard to say right now. I do think that the hardware would be capable of running this version, so I can't say that we can rule it out completely. And personally, I think it would be a nice send-off to the TI-84 community to give them this version. Just like I said, just one final hurrah for the TI-84, which this game has very, very historically been well known for. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to my twitch.tv channel where I stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. EST typically. Right now I'm streaming Epic Battle Fantasy V on Monday and Wednesday, and Risk of Rain 2 with my buddy Sacred Survival on Fridays. Also join the Discord if you want to keep in touch about various live streaming plans or talk about games like this one. Actually, I have a channel on there, so if you guys want to discuss this new version and what kinds of game-changing effects that these changes have on the game, join the Discord. I highly recommend it. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for some more Cookie Clicker update videos. So yeah, see you guys later.